The Tape Never Lies Network.
The tape never lies. Tape never lies.
Starts now.
The tape never lies.
Draft Dr. Phil and the smartest man.
Keeping it 100.
Keep it 100.
So chase greatness and start understanding that he's gonna make everybody better.
Tape never lies.
I don't want to see your tape breakdowns if you cannot show me things that are negative about a guy that's on your current team.
Hashtag chase greatness. Hashtag take that.
Keep it 100.
Because I'll make this one more time clear. Caden Whitlow, cut it.
Keeping it 100.
He is the best quarterback I have ever scouted on tape.
The Chicago Bears select.
Guess who's back? The two dudes that kept it real. Dynamic duo that you love, the smartest man at Dr. Phil. Breaking down the film, never a problem, kick it straight. Most shows focus on stats, we focus on the tape. We keep it in 100, never running east or west. We coming with that truth, cause that's what our fans expect. Cut off the fake and anchor, moving forward to be free. But don't you worry, Shane's got the dumbest tweets. It ain't no secret, Phil and Shane got some haters. But now they're mouth stuffed like the true and now and latest. Debaters, draws get kicked like Coach Tabor. Cuts had to be made, we added a barber moderator. Up and down, boys got you double checking. Sad sacks trolling like a fool drunk texting. Flexing on the truth cause you know they'll never change. Real, recognize real, that's what you get with Phil and Shane.
Give me some fucking names. We have 2 fucking games.
Fuck a play or a captain, all of the unfair. The tape never lies, the truth you see. We laugh, we lie, so there's no babies like Maybelline. Straight to the truth with acumen and facts. We got a stat nerd, but he's not just giving nerd stats. Car crash, big impact like trip sack. Every Wednesday night you got the smartest man Phil back. Now we know you're smiling like a fat kid with fun dip. We're back better than ever and we're keeping it 100.
Keep it 100.
Draft Dr. Phil and the smartest
Keeping it
man.
100.
Keeping it 100.
Keeping it 100.
Draft Dr. Phil and the smartest
Keeping it 100.
Keeping it 100.
Keep it 100.
Keeping it 100.
Yeah, exactly.
Yo, what is good, TTNL family? It is Wednesday. You guys are watching the best Bears network on the planet. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe on Thomas. And for more in-depth analysis, make sure you sign up for our Patreon at thetapeneverlies.com. Look at that, right on time. Lot to get into. Bears coming off another victory. We got 4 in a row. We got Baltimore coming up, and we know they desperate. So I'm pretty sure the guys are going to talk about all of that. And without further ado, let me bring in the guys that you really came to see. Mr. Shane, smartest man. And I'm going to bring y'all our super producer, Mr. Ivan.
Right, I'm here. What's up? I'm here too.
Yeah, 3 out of the 4 are
Nope.
here.
Nope. Nope.
What a diva. Never on time, this guy. I tell you. He's very nervous this week. He will never admit it, but
Big week.
Big Wolverines game this weekend, this Saturday. 7-0 versus 7-0.
Oh, he's not sleeping. He's not sleeping.
Oh no.
Yeah, he's not sleeping.
He'll come in with his hat cocked to the side, all cocky, cocked and locked. But I know Phil well enough that he's probably not too bad yet. But once tomorrow hits, it's gonna start to hit him pretty hard. My guy, I know how he rolls. So
Alex says Phil and the Supremes.
yeah. Yeah, something like that. But no, I hope they do good. The boys have been playing well. He shared a couple of the Mr. Tate had an amazing run there.
Oh, I saw that. That was awesome.
Yeah. That was great. And Devin coming through too with
Mm-hmm.
big catch and big play on defense. I love Dev's passion, except I had one complaint that I told Phil. Like whoever is recording, they cut it off right before he does his celebration after his sack. I'm like, you got to let that roll for another 10 seconds so my guy can get his.
That's content, baby.
Yeah, that's right. Got to let it go. But big week here in Chicago. We know we're heading back east, back a little bit closer to Cherie, Baltimore.
No, watch the Commanders are closer.
Yeah, but they're closer than being in Chicago, I guess is what I mean.
Oh, yeah.
But big game, kind of up in the air. According to Courtney Cronin, people that she's talked to, she's not quite sure if Lamar's gonna play. Coach Harbaugh says we're expecting him to play, but you got to remember, I think we'll see how it goes. They have a short week coming up. They play on Thursday Night Football, so they have to keep that in mind also. So it's gonna be interesting. Either way, hey, you want to be a good football team, you got to beat other teams at their best with their best players. So, come one, come all, and go out there and send a message in Baltimore. That's the way that I feel about it.
Yeah, I mean, whether he's playing or not, we saw some struggles last week against a inferior team, right? For lack of better words, a team that's struggling mightily. And, you allowed them to continue to chip away and crawl back in. And they were in the game for a long period of time when that game should have been gone. This team won't do that. If you allow this Baltimore team, especially if they have Lamar out there, they will take advantage time and time again. So the mistakes need to be cleaned up. The penalties need to be cleaned up. But I give them a shot at beating this Baltimore Ravens team. Yeah, no, I'm right there with you. I'm still going to stay with my – you got to go out there and show me. I mean, they've done that to this point. I just think that things feel different with Ben Johnson at the helm. I think you see and you can actually feel the buy-in from the players. We've rolled all of the post-game, speech and things like that, and just you heard and watched that with Luce, and it just every single bit of it felt forced with the guys, and you could almost feel some of the guys kind of rolling their eyes with Ben. I just think, they're all bought in, and I think that they know that they're getting shown the right things to do each and every practice, each and every day at Hallis Hall, and there doesn't seem to be the chaos that we had with Flus every single day with the coaching staff, with the roster, just with everything in general, and most importantly with the situation at quarterback. So it's going to be interesting. It just feels different to me, but I'm still in. You got to prove it to me now. You went and got your statement win against Jaden Daniels on the road in Washington. You came back home. You didn't have your letdown against an inferior team. Now, if Lamar is playing, go up. Guess what? Go get another one. Go get another one on the road and move to 5-2. And like I said, we never know where this leads to after that, because you have a young team, and when there's buy-in on a young team, you can end up slaying dragons. Yeah, you really can. So I'm excited. And luckily for us at this point, what has been peaking is the running game for the offense and the defense. So what travels? Both of those things travel. When you're going away, you're a strong running game and a solid defense can help you, especially if you're still trying to find answers in your passing game, regardless of the ups and downs. And even Ben has admitted this. It's up and down. And I think it's going to be that way for a while, because you're installing a new offense. You're pretty much breaking Caleb down to build him back up. And there's going to be some growing pains. But again, if the Bears can continue to run the football against Baltimore and generate maybe one or two, not 4 or 5 or 6, but 1 or 2 turnovers, they could pull this off. I'm
right there with you, Evan. I totally agree.
I'm gonna stay the course with where I've been. Like I said, I'm in prove-it mode, but I can admit, you guys know my thoughts on Caleb. I think everybody has been in an uproar this week and talking regression. When we get into tweets, we'll have a little bit more on that. It is nowhere near as bad when you watch the tape, what is being put out there by some of these people. It's just not. And the best thing about it is you got legitimate guys out there that played in the league at that position that agree.
Yeah.
It's the pundits, it's the beat reporters, the quote unquote experts on the radio that are saying, clear step back. How worried are you? And like I said, we will address all of that in tweets of the week.
And I absolutely didn't think it was. I said it immediately after with Jose, over at the bar. I was like, hey, no. I was like, I wouldn't call it a step back. You plateaued here. Like you plateaued. It's like you're lost. You're trying to find your next way up. You didn't go back down because there were things that were just missed, right? A catch here by Rome, a catch there. Things look a little bit different, right? Even though we saw things that need to be cleaned up. But again, it's to say that he regressed would mean that his feet weren't settled. We saw that pocket breaking down. We saw Chase Young in the backfield. To say he went back was to say he was just not finding reads and taking off and running. Like, that wasn't happening. That is fiction.
Listen, man, I hear you. And you can say whatever you want about the New Orleans Saints. The New Orleans Saints doesn't have a trash defense. They don't. They have some guys back there that can play. And what was their game plan coming in? If you go watch the tape, their game plan was to stop Caleb Williams in the passing game because they didn't think that the Bears were going to be consistent in running the football. And this brings up the tweets again. We'll have more on that with some numbers that I think will probably shock most of you that hear them. But what does that point to? That points to even more bouquets thrown at the feet of Ben Johnson, is that you pivot and you stay true to, like what you said, Ivan, to what travels. Defense and running the football. And that's what they did.
Yeah. And exactly what Ryan said. He wasn't like he was going through reads. When the pocket broke down, he broke the pocket and tried to make a play. Now, if you want to criticize what he did outside the pocket, all right, some of those throws were bad. He even mentioned it. His feet aren't just right when he's on the run for some reason. But I would say the decision making to run and get 4 or 5 yards, get down, and now you're at 3rd and short, 3rd and 6. You know what I'm saying? Or 2nd and 6, or whatever it may be. Instead of trying to force the ball down the sideline. And I know it's like, all right, it's either he's going to catch it or whatever, and you got the sideline there. A tip forward, you might have a pick. So it's like things like that still need to be cleaned up, still need to be talked to him. But again, I think it goes down to Caleb's decision making. He just needs to slow things down. I think yesterday or last Sunday things were sped up for him a little bit. It felt like, and
I agree.
Yeah, he played that way.
Yeah, it's hard. I know everybody gets excited, and I find myself going away from it too when the game is on live. But if you watch the game, 99% of people that watch a football game are looking at the center of the offensive line for when the ball is snapped, and then you're staring at the quarterback. And coaches and analysts and people that are breaking down tape, none of them watch that. I will ask Phil specifically to point out what he is looking at the snap. Pat Kerwin wrote a great book. It's how to understand football by taking your eye off the ball. And that's talking about not just staring at the quarterback to see where the ball goes. And that is where the game is played. And you're watching, and we'll get into that with Phil a little bit. But with Caleb, if you look from the knees down and watch his feet, you can almost kind of tell where things are going to go early with him. It's, everybody's saying, oh, he was a tick late on this pass. It's because he's processing everything too fast. He's got to calm everything down.
And I think that's where some of those rocket throws
100%
were coming in. So he's like, all right, boom, I'm open. He's open. Let me fire it and get it out. It's just slow down a little bit more, and things will be fine. I'm glad they didn't force him to throw the football.
Yep.
And Ben Johnson realized, hey, things might be rough in the first half. Let's go ahead and feed these guys.
But that's what would have happened under Matt Eberflus. That's what would have happened under John Fox or Mark Trestman or even Lovie Smith. You saw that. We're gonna get off the bus running. New Orleans is set up with to take away the pass. And no, guys, that was our game plan. We're gonna stay true to our game plan. And then you look, and Caleb's got 59 pass attempts.
Right.
That's what the old regime would do constantly. Ben Johnson's like, "Oh, you're gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and you're not gonna stop it. Guess what? I'm gonna do it again. Then I'm gonna do it again. Then I'm gonna do it again. And then I'm gonna get my guy a breather. I'm gonna bring in a 7th round rookie running back. He's gonna do it also."
Man, I love the way he runs. With that swing pass where he broke 3 fucking tackles and guys were flying and popping them, and he just boom like a rock, like a made of granite, and got the first. I was screaming in the bar when that play happened.
Yeah,
I would just like, now that they're utilizing him more, you got to utilize him more in the red zone. He's got to be your short yardage back, especially the way he bounces off guys.
There's two rookies that I would love to see get more red zone work, and that's Colston Loveland and Monungai. And I think it's going to be in the game plan. But listen, I think both tight ends have to be utilized more in the red zone. I mean, just based simply off with your size mismatches that you can create. That's what we all heard about. But we'll see how Cole is. I know he wasn't out there today, but Roshan got his cursory 1 carry and he's hurt already. So it's
Jesus.
Oh, look at that. There he is.
You said Roshan was hurt. I had to come in.
Yeah. Roshan Johnson gets his 1 carry and now he's got an injured back, and yeah.
Well, it's a good thing Travis Homer's active.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck.
Oh yeah,
exactly. But Phil, we were just talking about different things, and I'll just I was talking about Pat Kerwin's book as with football and how to taking your eyes off the ball when you're watching football as a coach and just as somebody that's been around football the entirety of your life. I was explaining to these guys 99% of people when they're watching football on TV are staring at the center of the offensive line for the ball to be snapped, and then they're just staring at the quarterback. What are you looking at the snap?
I look at the line through it all. I always am watching the line to see if it's going to hold up, and then through back into the play to see how it's, that's why a lot of people, when they're watching the game with me, I'm like, oh my God, Dahlman missed his block here. So
and they're like, how'd you see that early? It's because you're watching the quarterback and or not you, but they're watching the quarterback and you're watching the line.
Right. And that's just how I see it. And then obviously, I was thinking about this today because one of my colleagues passed away.
Oh no.
43 years old, leaves behind 3 kids.
That's terrible.
Yeah. Janisha King. God bless her family and everything, and just puts it into perspective about the things that we live and die for, no pun intended. Like, we get so caught up in football and the Bears and stuff, and then in real life,
it shows you what really, really matters. Yeah.
Really matters, right? But then, my second act is, I love this game so much. I was thinking about our journey here to TTNL, where I was at the old network doing all these breakdowns on YouTube, trying to drive people to our podcast, and we were getting all these views on my film breakdown, and I was just thinking about those moments because my friendship with you, Shane, you were my biggest cheerleader. You got to keep doing that, showing people the truth. So good. So that was the impetus of this network and the truth of what is going on. And I feel like I'm telling you this whole thing because life is coming full circle. And now we're having to defend our quarterback because of people not understanding the game the correct way and the talking heads and the narratives and all of that minutia that goes along with the game when people have an agenda. And when you don't have one and you watch the tape, you see it for what it is, you recognize, well, there's some days you're going to have to run the ball. There's some things that you're going to have to fix, but your quarterback is really, really good. And once everything is built together, because Tom Brady wasn't built in a day, John Elway wasn't built in a day. They came into the league, and we can go down the whole list. Peyton Manning certainly wasn't.
Troy Aikman
fucking wasn't. So it's like there's a whole new language, Steve Young. So I think the best quarterback I've ever seen in my life was Dan Marino. I thought he was the best. And I don't know how he would be today because he can't move. But how did he play? How do these guys build off? They have great coaching. They have a great foundation of what it is they want to do. And then they build off their talent, their God-given talent. And that's why Ben Johnson's here. So I just look at this game from the perspective of where we started with, 39 quarterbacks that we've had behind center. And here is a fan base so fucking, I don't even know what they are. They're just
experts, clearly.
It's like a fight every day. So they're so abused and angry and agitated that you're trying to do the same thing to create the constant chaos at quarterback. Like you don't.
I don't know
if the guy.
I don't know if you were on yet, Phil, but when we were live on CHGO After Dark, I don't think you were on. Yeah, I brought it up, and I think the Bears fans, and us included, because I get that. I've got plenty of tweets in game when the Bears make a dumb play, and I'm like, the Bears are Bearsing, or same old Bears, or here we go. You're so conditioned to get kicked square in the balls and to have everybody fucking laugh at you that they're that way with the quarterback. They're just waiting. It's like they're prepping themselves because there's like no way are we going to be blessed with a top tier quarterback. We're Bears fans. It's not going to work out that way. So it's like they're preparing themselves for the demise.
When you haven't seen good quarterback development, this is what you're going to get. It's these erratic type of thoughts and these emotions going everywhere. When it's, same thing what happened with Josh Allen in Buffalo, right? Oh, he's a big bust, and then he figured it out in a couple of years when you found the right connection with the offense. It's just a matter of time, and I just think people are so scorned and desperate to just have it right this second and go to win a Super Bowl next week.
Right.
This is what you get.
Well, and then that playing off of that, what I also brought up was the fantasy football factor. And then just everyday life, we live in an instant gratification society where people can love football and I'm sure we have patrons that are this way, or people that may not be patrons, but just like TTNL, that watch it and aren't into all of the minutia like we are here, but they look and they base everything off of a number. That passing yardage doesn't start with a 3. So that means that you didn't have a good game because it wasn't 300 yards and 3 touchdowns. Oh, you threw, you had a pick and a fumble. Well, quarterback sucks.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not gonna worry about what happened on the offensive line, but you lost. Quarterback's terrible.
The one I hate is
it just doesn't work that way.
The one I hate, Shane, is I want to win because of Caleb. It's like we have been. He's taken us on game-winning drives. He's put us in position to win the game. He's done it. He just hasn't given you the stats that you want.
But what? Yeah, exactly. And what that means is they want the 400-yard game with a 65-yard bomb into the end zone, walk off.
Yeah.
You know, and it just sure, those are Ivan. How much fun did we have in it? One of our worst seasons ever, watching the fucking Houston Texans and the Indianapolis Colts play.
Honestly,
you know what I mean?
Honestly, it was probably the start of this. I want to point to that day as the start of the Bears' new.
There was only one of us
phase.
bad.
Yeah,
it wasn't
only
either one of us.
Well, I will say this, you know, the other night you were watching Baker Mayfield struggle.
Yeah.
Here's a guy that's been the hot guy. He's hot. It's so everyday flip-flopping in regards to the analysis every day by people. Where's Baker Mayfield now in the quarterback power rankings after last night's yesterday you were just calling him the next coming. Baker's a gamer. He's got Tampa on their way. It's so much football minutia going on in regards to the ever-changing landscape of where people have what it's going. It goes back to what Ivan said. I want to win because of my quarterback. Well, you have been. Like, you can't just throw out the plays that were made in the game because to move the chains. The story of football is keep moving the chains. You finally have an identity. It seems like they're building under DeAndre Swift and this offensive line running game. And then off of that, everything else will build. Your quarterback will be fine. There's things that we need to see play calling wise. Some of these 3rd and 2 gun and bubble passes and receivers at running back that I don't particularly like. That changes everything. Hopefully Ben and QB1 grow together. That's your hope. And so far you're sitting at 4-2. That doesn't happen by an accident. The defense has been playing its ass off, creating turnovers. And you know, when you win the turnover battle, you usually win the game. But the Bears have been a byproduct of winning the turnover battle and losing the game in the past. So nothing's ever been a given. And now you're sitting here watching this team come together and really believe in itself. And we're still going to drag the quarterback because of the stats. I said it on CHGO with you, Shane, on After Dark. I'm like, if Rome catches 2 out of those 3 balls, the whole narrative changes.
But do you hear? He was a top 10 pick.
100%.
Nobody talks. Listen, I love Rome Odunze,
screaming that shit,
but it drives me nuts. Listen, contested catch rate, you're 78th in the league, Rome. Guess what he was last year? 3rd overall, number 3. Now you're 78th. That's a problem.
It is.
And the bad part about it is, Phil, like when we talked, you and I had some fun with Greg when we were talking about it initially. Oh, he never should. That was in the what game with the Detroit game when Caleb, they were trying to, muster up something. Caleb made some ridiculous, and when I say ridiculous, I mean fantastic throws that like a fucking alien that hit Rome. The only thing they hit was both of his hands, and he dropped them both. He did the same thing against the Saints. I'm like, come on, bro. You're a top 10 pick. And hey, maybe this is crazy. Maybe don't focus on the afro so much. Go out to the jugs machine. I don't know. You know what I mean? I know that sounds kind of.
I don't know.
Yeah, maybe that sounds stupid, but come on, man. That's 78th in the league in contested catch rate. That's horrific.
These are big spots that he's dropping them in, Shane. Exactly. One was a touch. One was in the end zone.
PFF says he only has one drop.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
That's why
won a game.
We don't even
at least
acknowledge PFF here. I know one of the patrons sent me JJ Watt talking about PFF, and it was great.
Yeah.
And he was like, my Uber driver worked for PFF. He doesn't know football whatsoever. And it just verified what we told you here. Don't throw and I think it's a travesty that they're putting that up there on Sunday Night Football. It's an embarrassment. The 96th rated guard in the NFL.
Right.
It's get Chris Collinsworth and his complete bullshit off the screen with, because he's a fucking majority owner. That's
right. And I understand. Listen, I get
on that.
I get that the quarterback's going to take, most of the bullets, and they're also going to get most of the love. When things are going good, I understand that. But Rome has gotten off scot-free in all of this.
No one talks except our network. I told Cap, I'm like, Cap, Rome catches those 3 balls. It's a different story. How about fucking Zacchaeus dropping the shallow cross against Washington?
That's gone. That's going for 80.
Gone.
Did he have another one? Didn't Zacchaeus
have 2 drops in that game?
No. I mean on Sunday against New Orleans.
Yes.
Yeah, he had one, right? Yeah.
Oz had another big
drop on Sunday.
And let's not forget the Cole Kmet's.
Oh my
have
God!
Been egregious.
What about Cole Kmet? What game was that when he ran that fucking skinny post and just dropped? It's like right on your fucking chest plate, and you dropped it.
Yeah, and then don't forget that Caleb had that great play where he rolled out on the sideline and threw the laser.
That was the same game.
Same game, yeah.
Fuck, that was Washington.
Yeah.
No.
Wasn't it Washington?
No.
Yes, sir.
Vegas.
Was it Vegas?
Oh, yeah. Yep. It was Vegas.
Oh, my God. That's like 14 more points if Kmet catches this fucking ball.
Yeah. Well, those two that Rome dropped in Detroit, the one was for 44-yard gain on that one. And then the other one, I believe, was like 38. And again, this isn't to say, and I know the fucking mouth breathers tomorrow in the fucking chat are going to, these motherfucking shaded Phil will never say anything negative about Caleb. We've said plenty. He needs to improve. But guess what? He has improved every single fucking goddamn week. But you just don't want to admit it because you don't like the kid for non-football reasons. Period. Is our fucking owner coming out and railroading our quarterback like it's happened today in New York? And then the fucking quarterback says, oh, I don't have social media. I didn't see any of that. Bullshit.
He's such
the fucking owner called you out. Wouldn't it be nice if we could complete a pass? Imagine the owner saying that. It's craziness.
You see that? Did you see the young kid?
Tell you.
You see the
About
young kid
trust
and during doing the interview where he's
Yeah.
just telling him, he's like, I fucking hate this team.
Oh yeah, I saw
Yeah.
that.
He's like straight up. He's like, I love this team. I'll be a Jets fan, but I fucking hate them. that's
Listen, I've had that
that's
talk.
bad, bro.
I've had that talk with my son over the last couple of years. He's like, "Why did you make me be a Bears fan?" I'm like, "It's just the way that it goes, and you ain't fucking changing." I'll tell you that. We're in this together, and we're gonna come out together on top too. I feel confident in that, but that's part of life, you know. It is what it is, but holy shit. Let's rally behind our guy.
You know,
That's showing improvement.
I don't understand.
Imagine where we'd be without him.
Oh my God. It's like nothing I could ever even imagine listening to the flip-floppage, the blog boys. I mean, I get to a point where I listen to somebody talk when they don't know and they're trying to sell that they do. I call it the Swifty effect. It's like you don't know anything about what you're talking about, but you're trying to pick up on the course of the group, whether it be a social media thing or whatever, and you just start following the leader there. Whatever they're saying, I'm saying it first. And it's embarrassing. The fan base that should be so football starved for this kind of talent. And now, I mean, did they do this to the kid Derrick Rose in basketball? Did they do the same shit?
Oh, hell no.
No, he ain't Jordan. He ain't. No, they loved him.
They got after
homegrown. So yeah, he was
Yeah.
gonna get that love in Chicago regardless.
The only time I remember them kind of getting after him a little bit was leading up into the season. He said, you know, I look at all these other guys and he's like, why can't I be MVP? Why not me? And they got on him about that, and guess what he did that year? He became the youngest MVP in the history of the NBA.
Well, I like that kid, and I don't even watch basketball like the NBA. I like college basketball, but I can't watch the NBA. But
I have it on right now. Bulls are up 58-40.
The reality of watching Caleb Williams play, you're going to see ups and downs. We've warned you. Last week, he wasn't at his best whatsoever. But when you have a young player coming to the podium post-game saying, hey, it's on me. I need to be better. I should have ran. You heard me and Shane on BHL. I mean, that was a part of my rant. Caleb, got to run and use your feet. It's going to destroy a defensive pride.
Yeah, speaking of, just pause right there, because I think it was Kevin Winston reached out to me via DM on X, and one of the guys from the Score said, according to his sources, I should go back and read it verbatim, and I'll give the guy's name, because this is the bullshit that gets put out there, though.
According to his sources, he's heard.
So yeah, Matt Abatacola, co-host with Dan Bernstein. So on Dan Bernstein's show. Says he's hearing from his sources at Hallis Hall that when Caleb scrambles, they're coaching out of him running with the ball. They want him to throw the ball. So right now, it's another learning process where he's missing or being late and getting rid of the ball, and then he ends up holding down. It just, none of it makes fucking sense. And I'm like, Kevin, I'm like, the fuck it. First off, there's no fucking, it doesn't make sense. And I'm like, by the way, the head coach refuted all of that shit today. He came right out and said he needs to fucking run more. Gary! Exactly. But I'm like, oh, but this is the shit. A guy like that goes on the radio and says according to his sources at Hallis Hall, and people are like, oh shit, here we go. No,
it's so fucking
it's bullshit
and easy how People are just fooled by it all.
Everybody's rode the fucking wave of
Oh my
emotion
God.
since the 2024 draft. And I said, at least our record, and it's on the record with all of this. We've maintained where we've been at. It didn't matter when Jaden was
Pretty
doing
right.
things last year. Did we mention that you might want to pump the fucking brakes on Jaden Daniels because of his body structure and the way that he's fucking built? That the injuries might come fucking knocking, and he's out again this week.
Yeah, he's fragile. And he's really not that good. You only need that Washington game to recognize the complete ridiculous bias, media bias, not only in your own backyard, but all over the place. If Caleb Williams was driving his team down and threw that red zone interception like Jaden Daniels did,
Yeah,
it would have been discussed and completely recognized. The broadcast didn't even discuss it. They said, "Oh, he's 9 out of 10 with one interception." Yeah, pretty big interception, Troy. In the red zone going to score. You had a wide open tight end on a curl. You missed. Pretty damning. But wait, there's more. Then you go and fumble away the game. Imagine if that was Caleb. So when I say imagine if it was Caleb, you as a fan, if you're an actual Bears fan, don't care what you think of the kid or whatever. You have to recognize there's real truth to the venom with which the narratives and the stances that these media members are taking because of you, the ignorant fan. They want to feed you. They want you to listen to their, read their, be there for them. And thus they're going to draw upon your ire. And if you're not educated, you just fall right into this, right into it. I'm educated enough to sit in a bar and have a guy a year and a half ago tell me how great Justin Fields is if the Bears would just, and I'm like, bro, I know you don't know who I am. Let me just tell you, little son, he sucks. He's slow at processing. It's not accurate, has a wind up. He's afraid to pull the trigger over the middle. And I'm breaking all this shit down. Everything I ever said about Justin was to help Justin. And then when it got too late, it's like time to move on. This is the truth. Same thing with Caleb. Caleb is on another level of talent versus the entire league. Sorry, that's just where God gave him his ability. What he can do is the sky's the limit. Now, it's your job as a coach to put the offense in, to take advantage of his skill set, and to bring him under control, relax, take this, and build an offense around him. And I think that's what Ben is doing. But it starts with the O-line and run game. And that's what you're doing.
I hear you. Just let me answer. Gene Kelly says, "You guys are great. I'm going to be a member. How do I go about it?" Gene, it's right there at the bottom of the screen. You go over to thetapeneverlies.com, sign up, become a patron. I think you'll
There's no
enjoy
period
it.
after com, by the way.
Oh yeah, I can fix that.
Gary, come in here.
Look at
I love
Phil's pointing out things that I'm usually pointing out.
You read my mind because I'm pulling a Shane, is what I said.
There you go. Now it is fixed. TapeNeverLies.com. You'll be linked directly to the TTNL Patreon, and then our patrons that are in the chat, I'm sure will back up.
This is who I'm talking to. Guys like Gerbon. This doesn't happen
Gerbon was the one that said that DeAndre Swift was playing terrible.
Exactly.
other day.
Gerbon was the DeAndre.
That was him. That was Gerbon. Yeah.
That game.
Yes.
And we were killing Gerbon, which he deserves. And I think this is showing your fan card. I know you don't care. It's not going to happen like that. It's going to have great games.
Well, he's saying it. Maybe it's his fault, and it is.
It is your fault.
Yeah, guys don't just come into the league without some bumps along the way. They just don't, because just like the people that are talking negative and that he's the worst, number one pick ever, all of the people that were saying that he's going to come in and be Patrick Mahomes from day one, that is also bullshit. There's going to be bumps in the fucking road. 100%. But don't fucking forget. It's hard to not go to the fucking circus when you're born inside the fucking circus as a professional. And that's what he came into. Imagine the fucking situation where the first coach that you connected this kid to, and Matt Eberflus, hired Shane Waldron to be the fucking fix-it Felix. Everything around the Bears last year was complete and utter chaos.
I called it. You called it. We called it. Kept saying it. I'm sorry. Even your local radios were against it. And I kept saying it over and over. Chris Morgan is a terrible offensive line coach. Head coach is terrible. The OC is terrible. They fire the OC. They fire the head coach. They get rid of everybody because we were showing you the tape telling this.
Take a lap, bro. He ain't soft. Stop.
If you think DeAndre Swift is soft, I just don't know what to tell you about it. What's soft is your patience.
Yeah.
Like, you take one step forward and two steps back. You're like Paul Abdul. Gotta stay the course. When you're listening to mainstream stuff, I just stop listening to it. I honestly,
I do. I have to a little bit with shit.
Like Ross Tucker going to give you analysis?
No.
I'll destroy Ross Tucker in 12 seconds on the air here if he was not afraid to come on.
Do you know how many games Ross Tucker is watching of the Bears? Honestly, he's watching the ones that if he happens to be in the booth for it.
What is he? The 8th broadcast team on CBS? Is
he does it?
He or no?
Yeah, he does a shit ton for college, and in the preseason he
does
Philly
the Ivy League games.
Yeah, and he
But
does.
I don't know if he does.
He does the Eagle. He's in the Eagles booth for the Eagles preseason games.
God, he's terrible. Colin Cowherd is an aggregator instigator.
Oh, now he's got a whole segment of, Caleb could be leading the Bears to the playoffs, whereas 48 hours ago he was saying that Caleb was just a bystander to any of the Bears' success so far.
It's like pathetic. Pathetic. Dan Orlovsky, same thing. We could go down the list. There's got to be a standard of truth that's set. These producers and people at ESPN is buying up everything. They bought the NFL. Yeah. Now they own the NFL network. They own the fucking, what is that? What is it? Fucking just shows all the fucking offensive red zone.
Yeah.
They bought the red zone channel. They own everything to control. Why do you think what's going on with tape is happening? It's ESPN and their agreement. They want their guys to be able to do this. And it's so embarrassingly bad what you're getting. And, you know, sometimes Shane and I will question, like, what are we fucking doing this for? It's like, and then you think, well, we're doing it
Yeah.
to educate and stand up for the truth. There's
100%.
there has to be. There's kids growing up today that think things football wise based on what they're listening to on the radio or
Oh my
Dan
God, Phil,
Orlovsky on TV, and
listen,
they believe it 100%.
nobody here in New York likes the Bears except for my son and I. I mean, there's a few people, but they all come up to me all the time. And yes, Keys guy, he does it every week, so he'll be
Every Thursday.
Yep, every Thursday.
Tomorrow you'll get the video up at some point. My schedule is so tight. I have so many jokes about tight. So you all can laugh at the fact.
Fuck you, bullets.
So many jokes about tight. But that's when they come out.
So many people that will come up to me and they'll be like, "Oh, Bears, huh? Well, you know, how do you quarterback's terrible." And I'm like, "He is?" And they're like, "Yeah, he's horrible." I'm like, "Well, what can you tell me why? Why don't you like him?" Just like, "Oh, bro, you can't turn the fucking ball over the way I'm like, so you haven't watched any of the games is what you're telling me, right? What do you mean? I watch. I love football. That's fine. But you're not watching the Bears games, right? I'm like, you understand that this kid had 6 picks as a rookie. No, he didn't. Well, he did. Yeah. I'm pretty good at this.
Yeah,
I know what I'm talking about. But that's the shit. They hear all the negativity that is created by these morons like Colin Cowherd, like Rex, like Ross Tucker, like Phil was talking about, and all of these fucking people. I mean, even the Bears beat reporters. I've been mystified with some of Courtney's takes lately on it. It's
my
just,
girl Courtney. I don't know where she's coming from sometimes now.
But it's like I said, that'll be a good transition into tweets of the week. But people hear one thing and they aren't just making a judgment on the person, they're making a judgment on the entirety of their career, and they've never watched them play. Ever. That's the sad part.
How many picks did he have?
But yet we get 6, 7. Drives me nuts, by the way.
You only had 6.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You can tell you're on a bunch of 10 and 11-year-olds.
Oh my God. I throw it in every day to try to make them laugh.
Yeah, it's just nauseating. Like I said, it drives me nuts, but we're not changing. We haven't changed in 5 years doing this here at TTNL, and we're not changing now. And we've told people right up front, you don't like us, internet's a big fucking place. You can go wherever the fuck you want. It don't have to be here. I don't need you to watch me. I don't. If you leave, somebody else will take your place. It's fine. I'm perfectly content with that. Doesn't bother me one single bit.
I'm with you 100%. I think it's very important, as nauseating as it gets. And a lot of people, why do we keep repeating our truth? Because everybody else flip-flops. Everybody. So why do we keep repeating it? Because we have stayed the course of truth every time. So when I talk about polls, because they've won 4 in a row doesn't take away what polls has failed to do.
Oh, not at all.
How much better they could be if they had a fucking elite pass rusher, an elite left tackle, whatever it is. Imagine if fucking Roshan Johnson got more carries, how great we'd be. Ruben Hippolyte going to shock the world. It's not even fucking dressed.
Right. That could have been. We were when Anthony Miller was drafted. We were with the other network, but he was around for a couple of years.
Yep. Anthony Miller.
Best season he ever had was his rookie year. I think he had 7 or 8 touchdowns as a rookie. But Anthony just wasn't bought in enough.
Kentucky?
Yeah. Yeah. That
I'm
was
trying to keep my brain sharp in the college that they came from.
That was the 2018 draft. That was
Wims, Georgia, right?
Yeah. And also
drafted in that same draft.
Screaming for the Bears in round 4 to draft a defensive end out of Florida State named Josh Sweat. Screaming at the top of my lungs. The Bears came up and I'm like, they're gonna do it. They're gonna do it. They're gonna do it.
Draft the
Chicago Bears select linebacker Joel E.A. Buniwe.
Oh yeah. Miller was from Memphis.
Oh yeah, Memphis. Yeah. Fuck. But that was the Roquan. That was the Roquan draft, the James Daniels draft, and remember he was removed from the Bears board. You were told by Greg Gabriel. Bears would have nothing to do with him.
Live on the Score.
Yes, I remember that.
Live on the Score. Riley Ridley, also from Georgia.
Yeah, not the same draft though.
It wasn't that draft.
Yeah.
Man, I wish I could draft for the Bears. I know they would have won at least one Super Bowl with my drafts and my emphasis on the offensive and defensive line and run game.
There you go.
I think Caleb Williams was the first round pick that I actually I wanted Darnell Wright as well.
Yep.
So Poles got 2 of my guys. But I look at this fan base and I just hope, beyond hope, that you can understand that playing quarterback in the NFL is the hardest thing to do in pro sports. Not even close. It's not even anywhere near close.
Cyril, that is true. The Bears did try. They had a deal in place with Atlanta to come back in to the first round, and then Atlanta pulled out, and yeah, that's how it worked out. But yeah, the Bears did.
The reality of where this team is going to go, it's going to go with Caleb growing off the offensive identity. And once you establish that, gradually he'll become the baton that's passed identity. And your offense can replace any running back in there and going because of the talent that he is. Now, Aaron Rodgers sat for years. Mahomes sat for a year. Some of these guys have sat or traveled or bounced around the league and considered garbage, and then they go somewhere else, like the kid from Seattle. The Jets gave up on that kid. I know I was very high on him. And it's about the coaching and the identity and the culture that you're building. And right now, Ben's in his first year. Bears are on a roll. They're going to play a tough team. I don't care what the record is. They're very well coached. You know that. In the Baltimore Ravens. And if they get Lamar Jackson back, it's going to be even harder. He's going to play. But there's no excuses that are going to happen. You got to go out there and continue to build off what it is you're doing and fix some of the mistakes. And hopefully Caleb plays the game. I mean, I thought he was outstanding against the Cowboys. He was outstanding against the Vegas. There was too many drops in these games from the receivers. Even in Washington, as I said, if Oz catches that ball on a shallow cross and goes down the field, God, do those blog boys feel differently about those stats. And that's the game of football. Even the deep shot, deep over to Adunze in that game, he's got to catch that ball. It's coming down for you to make a fucking play. Just hasn't done it. Hopefully he gets right. I'd love to see a little Ja'Day Walker mixed in here. Get this fucking punt returner off the team.
Yeah, Duvernay, I just don't.
That's how I know Poll sucks. It's things like that. Like, what is the Rashawn, Travis Homer, Elijah Hicks? None of them are needed on this fucking team. Travis Homer brings 0 to the table. Nothing. Show me his fucking special teams highlights, please. It's embarrassing. So I'll wait for that because I've challenged people year after year. There's nothing. I love the growth of Luther Burden. I think he's special. I think DJ Moore has been way more effort in his routes and effort in blocking. So what Ben is expecting and preaching is happening. And the quarterback, I'm sure Caleb's going to play really good this weekend. I really believe that. As far as Cole Kmet is concerned, I believe he's tradable for anything. A fucking punter, if you want. I just don't like his body language. Don't agree with people at all. He has the football acumen of a JV player. He doesn't understand football angles at all. And when he's never consistent. There's no consistency. Like,
he's easily tradable. I mean, financially, I know Cap talked about that, and I sent him the kind of the breakdown. He's got no guaranteed money left on his deal. They can ship him very, very, very easily if need be. And I listen, I think Durham Smythe can absolutely legitimately play, and they have the Bears are actually quite deep at tight end, and Stevenson, right?
I like Stevenson. I just don't think Kmet does anything well. Like, there's nothing.
Even on his one catch last time, I'm like, why are you sliding?
Oh my God.
It was just, yeah, you're 6'6".
206, 275 pounds. I'm telling you, I stood next to him. He's an enormous guy. And he plays like he's fucking 5'11", 180. It's fucking pathetic. It really is. The worst play I've ever seen, it's the most defining play, is the screen, I think, against Washington, and Kmet is out in front, and all he has to do is attack the guy. And he starts chopping his feet, settling down with a running back in how do we say it? Monungai?
Monungai.
Monungai. Okay, see?
You got to put the stress on the un.
Greg was
Monungai.
Monungai.
Yeah.
And then he's settling down on a screen. Anybody who's ever played, think about this. The running back is running 100 miles an hour to daylight with blockers in front. The running back is not expecting you to start stopping.
Did we just lose Phil? I think we did. Let me know in the chat if Phil is frozen for you guys. Yeah. Can you guys hear me okay? All right, you can hear me. Let me text him, guys, real quick. Hold with it. Hold with me and let me see what happened here. Maybe his internet went down. So, yeah, he just bounced out. I'll bring Cherie out. Cherie, you can be Phil. I'll be me. Did he? Oh, his power surged. So he'll be back on here in just a minute. But Cherie, did you get to watch the entirety of the game?
Yes, I did.
Yep. So were you? I know you're probably not diving into the tape. I mean, I don't think you're gonna get mad at me.
The way you described how fans watch, I am one of those people. I'm not going to front. So, I do watch the snap and I watch the quarterback.
Yeah, but that's not a disservice to anybody doing it. I'll buy you that book, Cherie, and you can read Pat Perlman's book. It's how to watch.
I learned something today. Watch the line. So
yeah, 100%. But yeah, it's called how to watch football by taking your eyes off the ball from Pat Kerwin. But it's very interesting because I think anybody starting out does the same thing. But while Phil is rebooting everything, it's just, is that him that just popped in?
Yeah, he did.
Did it already. Phil, you were I couldn't tell if it was me or if it was you. I had to go back to the chat and ask them, and they're like, "Yep, he froze."
No, my power right in this room just went out and then back on and shut my computer down.
Huh.
Everything went off. The light went off, everything in here. So
yeah, you're kind of you're clear, but is he moving in slow motion for you too, Cherie?
No,
not now.
Seem to be moving. I can see you guys as well.
Okay, good.
No, it just totally rebooted my whole computer. I thought it was like a computer reboot at first, but then this light I have over here went off too. Yeah. So it's the power.
Yeah, he's choppy on my end for some reason. I'm not sure why. But do you remember your finishing point?
Yes, I was finishing. He was just pausing as a running back is running on screen. They're anticipating you attacking so they could read off your block. You stop in the middle of the field. Where am I going? I got to go somewhere else. I pointed it out to the patrons how pathetic it was. It's almost like it's JV level gross. Like any fucking other tight end in the league. I don't even care if they're like a third string tight end. It's going at the safety and blocking it. It's like, I just remember players that the Bears would keep. I remember Michael Burton, and he just was awful with us. I know Sean Payton resurrected his career and he kind of had a rebirth in Kansas City. But here on tape, he was atrocious. And I would just get so agitated, Shane, watching that he's on the field, taking reps from somebody else.
Yeah. Windy City Twins, the overall point is and I know Phil is talking about Komet too, is he does it all the time. All the time.
Jumps before he catches.
He does constantly. And he for a guy that's 6'6", 270.
Keep his feet. He doesn't need to slide.
Yeah, he plays so much smaller than he really is, and it's just, I think I think Cole is the classic overthinker. I think you can see it and you can hear it in the way that he is, and he put a lot of blame on a lot of stuff last year, and saying guys are talking an awful lot, and Cole was talking an awful lot. Cole had a podcast last year over at CHGO, don't forget.
Oh,
Guess
yeah,
what he's
that's
not
right.
doing this year? And that
The
wasn't because
podcast.
that wasn't CHGO's choice. So, yeah, it's just it is what it is. And somebody in the chat had it. Listen, if the Bears were big believers, not the Bears, if Ben Johnson was a big believer in Cole Kmet, the Bears aren't drafting a tight end at number 10 overall. You can take that to the bank. That had a lot to do with it. I don't agree with it because I think it's one of the deepest classes ever. And the Bears just wanted to take who they had number 1. I had him number 1 too on my board. But also my guy, Oronde Gadsden, he didn't look bad for having 165 yards last week. A couple patrons told me he couldn't play.
Gadsden.
Yeah.
I think you're seeing a move to Burden a little bit, and Cole playing some fullback, H-back block role, but I don't know what his value is, to be honest, out there.
His value is the money that he can bring you back when you trade or release him. Sadly.
Yeah, and I'm saying, and the market, is anybody going to trade for Cole Kmet? They're all seeing what I'm seeing.
I think
They're not
somebody.
listening to
I think somebody could, because I think
Ross
that
Tucker's analogies.
Yeah.
Cole just needs a better quarterback throwing to him.
Yeah. But yeah, where was the one I was gonna? Yeah, listen, if they don't start utilizing them, then they're fools. I think that Burden has probably got to get better in the classroom. Ben has kind of alluded to that, saying that he's, still trying to get things down. And I think that there's some accountability there with, it kind of goes back to the no block, no rock thing. But yeah, no, I think I'll give you my prediction. I think this is going to be a Colston Loveland coming out party in Baltimore. That's going to be my prediction for the game. I hit on my prediction this past game because I said Swift was going to go rush for over 100 yards back to back weeks. He did. And I think this is going to be known. And I'm not going to say he's going out there for, 150 yards and 3 touchdowns, but I think you're going to see Colston Loveland have a direct impact on this game. I really do.
Well, Loveland just makes catches in critical moments. He does have a personality with the football in his hand, where you eloquently talked about Kmet playing smaller than he is. I think Loveland plays bigger than he is. So that's why I think the move is going there.
I gotta bring up this comment.
What?
Ron, I'm not sure if you've watched any football this year, but
he's done for the year.
Tyreek Hill shredded everything in his knee.
That's that guy in fantasy that drafts the guy that's been out for a year.
What do you mean Drew Brees retired?
What do you mean? I'll take Drew Brees here in the 3rd round.
Unless maybe he's being facetious, just saying even with his shitty knee, we could get more out of him than we could with Cole. Maybe that's what he means.
That's his point.
Oh,
boss.
Oh, now he's mad.
Boss. I hate the fucking boss.
Thanks, Chief.
Thanks. Oh.
Yeah. Thanks, Guy.
Guy.
Fella.
Guy is bad. Thanks, Guy.
That's great.
There you go, Chief.
Yeah, there
Chief
you go.
Sucks too. Chief is such a dig, right?
You gotta go with Caps. Come on, kid. Let's go, kid.
Yeah, I think that's more positive.
Yeah.
Right? Boss is such a shot.
Do you hear that, Phil?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Come
I
on,
love it when
boss.
somebody calls me a boss. Yeah.
Boss. Come on, boss.
Come on, boss. Let's get into it.
Dumbest tweets of the week.
They aren't just dumb. Some are good, some are bad.
Dumbest.
That's the way that it goes. Let me back off the music just a smidge.
Just a pinch. Our producer disappeared.
Yeah, he's doing push-ups out in the driveway.
David Blaine.
So let's get into it. We've been talking about our quarterback here and taking a lot of bullets from quote-unquote experts, beat writers, and analysts. So Tim Jenkins breaks down tape, and let's listen to what Mr. Jenkins has to say when people ask him about Caleb Williams taking a clear step back versus the Saints.
So we see the good in the scheming and the play calling, but I know we saw a step backwards from Caleb in his play. I just want to know from you, how big of a step back was it, and what did you see?
We know we saw.
Yeah, I mean, I saw two really bad plays. Right? Like, if I'm being honest with you guys, I mean, if we separate,
it's clear.
To me, it's always hard. I like to separate the physical errors. Like when he's scrambling around and he dirts a ball that we think he could put on somebody, my general belief with Caleb Williams is that's not going to be an issue long term, right? So for me, it's like we're going to have physical errors. So I kind of put those in a different. For me, when I sit there and I look at the tape, we had two glaring bad decisions, which is the deep out interception. That's just a terrible decision to go to the deep out on that situation.
Totally agree.
Where he's trying to force it to roam, and it's 3rd and 15. It's just not a feasible throw. The corner played it well. And then we had one that was really egregious, which was him trying to force it to DJ Moore against bracket coverage on we would call it a bang 8 route, like a bang post. Mm-hmm. That was a terror. That was the worst decision I've seen him have all year. With that being said, I still kind of get what his thought process was, which he was trying to move the safety with his eyes. He wasn't actually looking at the safety, trying to move him, snap back, try to throw on time. Guess what? Safety didn't move. We got problems, right? You could throw the CQ issues in there too, which seem like they're starting to pop up more frequently. Which I don't really, it's hard to tell why they're happening between the bad snaps in the gun and the under center miscommunication. So do I think it was like a drastic step back? No. I do think we've probably got to start to accustom ourselves though to the fact of we finally have a football team that our quarterback doesn't have to make unreal plays every single week for us to win football games. And that's exactly what you want. Mahomes does not make insane plays every single week when the Chiefs are chugging along and beating the Saints, right? We want to be a football team that can win ugly, or, hey, our quarterback has 3 or 4 bad plays. Hey, we can still overcome it and win. So to me, it's more or less this team is doing a great job. And I think Caleb is playing exactly the kind of game we need, which is, hey, dude, don't go give it away by making, rookie or second-year quarterback decisions. Play within our offense. There are going to be 400-yard days and there are going to be 200-yard days, and we got to be okay with that as long as we're walking out of there with a win.
So that was
he's got to take more chances, Phil. This is the nonsense that people that don't really know football say, and I'm not saying that's what Tim Jenkins, I'm agreeing with what Tim is saying, but you hear all of these people say, I'm
the
fine.
Question was leading.
Yeah.
And the questionnaire, the dude thought he was going to go in another way, and he kind of no, asshole, it's actually the other way.
And with
it's so pathetic.
With that being said, but wait, there's more. Kurt Warner has entered the room with
more hot takes.
I'll play it for you.
And what did you think as you watched some of Caleb in that game against the Saints?
I mean,
I continue to see growth on my end. I mean,
Imagine
it's
that.
never going to be a perfect product. Very seldom play a perfect game. But again, I look at this offense as a whole, and I see the offense coming together. I mean, they're starting to run the football. They're starting to mix it up. I think Caleb is continuing to make a lot of plays that are there in front of him. I still fighting the battle that there's times where, I just wish he would kind of play the play in front of him and, not go off script as much and start running around and doing all of his spins and just play the game. But you have to understand that's going to be a process. And we've continued to talk about it. It's fighting the battle of what he's always done to what Ben wants him to do. And I think there's progress every week. And the offense just continues, in my opinion, to evolve and become a pro offense that can do a lot of different things. And then they're finding ways to win along that process. And that to me is what it's all about. This game to kind of go up and then down and then up again and to make the plays that you have to make, while you're growing into that process and learning how to do everything that Ben wants you to do and getting more comfortable with the offense. I mean, I don't expect it to be a perfect product. And, there's some issues that Caleb has to keep working on, some mental, some physical, that lead to some of those issues. But to me, I want to see progress every week, and I want to see him be able to win and look, like an NFL offense. And I really feel like the last 2 weeks have been the best version of this Ben Johnson, Caleb Williams, Bears offense.
There you go again.
But he took a major step back. Should we be worried? Should we put up the redraft?
Jared Goff threw like 4 picks.
Yeah.
And this shit is going to happen in football. So to see it, like I can't listen. I can't watch I don't watch ESPN at all but for college football. And if the Bears are on, I can't watch any of those shows. They're watered down with fucking people that don't know football, with backup quarterbacks talking football, and shitty people all over the place. There's no realistic value showcase. Let's show the fan. Let's show why I'm saying this. There's only moments of it. They don't have a show dedicated to showing you the truth, nor do they care to. So it's pathetic. It's pathetic how they treat this kid.
But these are guys that have, they've been in the league and breaking it down. And listen, there's been times where I've disagreed with them. And I'm not saying that whatever they say is gospel, and I'm not just agreeing with them because we have the same, kind of outlook on the situation. But you look at all the people that are probably not watching tape, they all have the same conclusion, is that Caleb Williams has regressed and it's become an issue for the Chicago Bears. And it's just simply not true. Guess how many games the Bears win without Caleb this year?
None. I'll say it.
Yeah.
Truthfully.
I don't think you're wrong.
I know I'm not wrong because I'm watching the tape. I know it. He is making some of these offensive linemen look a little bit better than they are. By his escapability and his ability to throw accurately on the move. Last week it wasn't good. It wasn't his best. He said so. But it wasn't like this fucking 4 interception game. He's costing you.
Phil, can you imagine if he had a 3 or a 4 interception game? Even if he had a 2 interception game, these people would melt down.
Oh my God.
Do you think that they would say, oh, well, that's progress for what I want because he was taking chances. I have no problem with him turning over. Oh my God. Carm would be calling for Bajent.
100%. That's the problem here. There's no fucking middle ground to stand on. There's no reality of truth anywhere except here. Like, I have given up. I've thrown in the towel. Sometimes I could barely listen to Cap and Hoodie because of Shay and some fucking crazy takes that go. You can't feed the meatballs.
And I'm not saying that.
Unless you're at grandma's house. Then
I'm not saying that Drake May hasn't played good this year, but last year it was Jaden, and then at moments Bo Nix, and now this year it's Drake May is the best one in the draft, and when all is said and done, you know who's going to be the best one? It's going to be the one that went number one overall, and I feel very confident in that. And that's not me taking anything away from Drake May. He's played well. I understand it. That's fine. We'll see what happens when they start to play some really good teams. Yes, they beat Buffalo in Buffalo. That was a great game for them. I totally understand it. But it's instant gratification. It is for everybody, and the shit is nauseating after a while, because I said we put in a lot of hours, we put in a lot of hard work with what we do, and we've maintained. And it does make you feel good when there's been people in the league that have played in the league, that have won Super Bowls, that have made a career as being a backup quarterback in the league. Chase Daniels, another one that was out there saying and showing progress in Caleb Williams every week. I didn't even bring up him into this.
Who?
Chase Daniel.
How about Rex Ryan praising Caleb? I think he's the only one.
He's always been pretty pro Caleb for the most part.
I'm just telling you, man. I just can't wait to dance on these fucking haters' heads, because I already know. I'm with you, Shane. The guy that's the best is who we got.
Totally
the Bears were they were ass. An organization of neglect and stupidity. They still have pieces of that shit in the organization. The GM being one of them. You had to completely gut what it was that was setting a precedence for your football team. The GM kept in Eberflus, and they're hiring Waldron, the FBI, the firing of coaches, the HR issues, all this shit under the great George McCaskey, don't swear. Right? All of this shit's going.
He's got a lot on his plate. He's
a fucking referee.
Reffing, yes.
I would fucking scream at that motherfucker. I wish he would ref my game.
Well, let's wrap up this segment with something that may surprise a lot of people.
And one other thing about Caleb too, want to put it on his defense. He's gotten fucked over on 7 penalty calls this year on big plays.
Oh, yeah.
The touchdown to Odunze was taken away. That was not a fucking penalty in any fucking shape or form. And other ones that have gone down. It's just, can't overlook the officiating shits that have gone and taken away plays for your Bears.
Tell him, Ivan.
Sorry, I just had to get that out.
Let me bring this up. So, according to Nate Tice, 3 of the Bears' top 10 rushing success rate performances from over their last 200 games. Over their last 200 games, 3 of the top 10 have come this season. And it was correct. Top 7 out of 202 regular season games since 2013, to be exact. Week 6, Week 3, and Week 7, all under Ben Johnson.
That's
top
crazy.
Success rate performance in running. And somebody tried to disagree with us with saying that when Phil said that DeAndre Swift is the Bears' identity. Yes, that's what your identity is right now, and that's what it should be right now. You ride that wave because it's all going to start with that running game, just like it does in Detroit. They went out and paid Demo. What did they do? They doubled down with Jahmyr Gibbs. How did he look pretty good the other night? Is Jared Goff their identity? No. It all starts there. It starts with the run game.
And that is football, guys. It just is. That's why I was adamant about Caleb running the ball, because he would have continued drives with his feet and created big plays, thus deflating a defense and a defensive coordinator. It just takes the air out of them when your quarterback is scrambling and running for first downs. And that could have been even more built. But the identity clearly is DeAndre Swift and the run game right now. I like the change of pace with Monangai. I had no idea why why are we appeasing polls with Rashawn Johnson to carry?
And he's hurt already. You heard me say that?
I heard you say it. I came in on that.
Yeah.
He's hurt from what? His feelings?
Back injury.
Okay. Get him in the back of the cut bus.
Maybe he can take the Guardian cap and make it a back cap.
Pack your bags, kid. I don't see it. And I had hope for him, especially with how they were praising him.
Yeah, I mean, hey, listen, the 11-yard run was nice, but the guy has regressed from what he was as a rookie. So that 11-yard run, in case you guys didn't hear it on CHGO, that 11-yard run that Rashawn Johnson had was his longest run over his last 78 carries. That's the longest run, 11 yards over his last 78 carries. And those 78 carries take you back to the 2023 season. So that's how, he just has not been used. But yet, I don't want to hear that he's good on special teams. I don't.
I can find 20 other guys good on special teams that could play running back better. Britton Brown. Just bring him up. You need a running back, let him have a shot.
Right.
Embarrassing.
So Phil, we're heading to Baltimore this week. It's up in the air. Lamar Jackson was out on the practice field today, didn't do a whole lot. Same with Roquan Smith was out there. And, it's just speaking on how this goes. And I know a lot of people wanted to throw a lot of shade and Roquan never was the elite linebacker in, public perception until he left Chicago. Then once he went to Baltimore, he just got put up on a pedestal in terms of the elite of the elite.
Mm-hmm.
And looking back at that, and we talked about this from day one, and we took a lot of grief on this, but financially the Bears are paying TJ Edwards and Tremaine Edmonds together the same amount, almost exactly, that Roshan got himself. And then on top of that, you got back a 2nd-round pick and a 5th-round pick. And at the time, you got special teams linebacker A.J. Klein was thrown in on the deal. The 2nd-rounder was Jervon Dexter. The 5th-rounder was Noah Sewell. So let me ask Bears fans in the comments, and I'll ask you, Phil, because I know where I am. I said it on the day that it happened. Would you trade right now? Would you trade Jervon Dexter, Noah Sewell, TJ Edwards, and Tremaine Edmonds for Roquan Smith?
No.
Because I would not.
No, I wouldn't.
And it wouldn't be fucking close.
And it wouldn't be, because obviously you have several pieces to a puzzle that you're trying to build here. So I guess There's one good trade by Ryan Poles. The other good trade
With
is
actually, and
Joe
this is
Tootie.
what we've been begging for, is that you're kind of looking ahead, and you have to have some. You have to have the ability to look forward, Phil. And you and I talk about this, and I think this is why you and I make a good tandem with this. Is that, with you coaching on the field and being focused on right there what's in front of you, I can be the yin to your yang, or however you want to phrase it, and kind of look to see how we can improve and maybe look down the road a bit. And for once, Ryan Poles did that in a trade like this. And to the Bears' credit, and it would have never happened under Matt Eberflus. It wouldn't have happened it wouldn't have happened before. They took Tremaine Edmonds and moved him outside, made him the weak side backer, and it's really transformed him. Where, to me, he looks more fluid, he looks more athletic, he looks more explosive,
more confident.
Yeah.
He sees the field better. That was a great move by Dennis Allen. I talked about it.
Yep.
Obviously, the other night, I think it goes under the radar how you move a guy to will linebacker, the weak side, and it just fits him better. I always thought Edwards was a better Mike backer. He has more downhill, easy read. Like, he feels it where Tremaine struggled. When you move him over there, his athleticism and his ability, especially when you're running this kind of aggressiveness and your defense, it's just been an A+.
And you want to know something that's funny? Tremaine Edmonds just turned 27 years old. He was drafted into the league the same night that Roquan Smith was in 2018.
I remember.
He's been in the league since 2018. He's 27.
I gotta say this. I don't know. I saw the video. I'm like, what is going on? It almost looks like he shaved his head, but has hair dreads coming
Well,
off.
it's the old receding hairline that starts back.
He needs to let it go. And
Steve
just
it
shave it all
he
off.
never will. He's dreads all the way.
It's like those white dudes that fucking keep their hair here and around their head, but they're bald and they look like Coach Ray.
You haven't been watching Sanborn in Dallas then, Logan, because he's not been good.
I don't know what. That's his usual Office UK take.
Yeah, he has not been good. I mean, that being said, I wouldn't have let Sanborn walk for 1.2 million either. That was just me. I mean, I think he could have had a role, but yeah, I mean,
maybe that way you don't draft a special teams linebacker in the 4th round.
And then sit him. Yeah. Have him be a healthy scratch.
Carey, we gotta shave it off. I didn't notice Carey had that. Maybe because he's always wearing a hat.
Oh, you mean
what do we call that? The
you mean the hairline starting back there and then the dreads?
Hair,
yeah.
No hair.
Carey's got some mean. Carey's got some mean dreads.
But hair around. Jim went all bald. He got it.
He did.
I coached Jim up. Where's that picture of him?
It's up there, right up top. There he is.
See? Now, if you look at Jim's dome there.
Yeah.
Imagine if he had all hair on the side of his head. He would look 35 years older.
Probably.
Shave it off. We got to talk
Probably.
to Tremaine's people. Just let it go, bro.
All right. Well, let's get into this
thing before you get into the predictions.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see? It's called a cul-de-sac. That's new. Thank you, Ben Ricketts from Utah. That's funny. Now I know what to call Coach Ray when he doesn't shave. The cul-de-sac look. Anyway, watching the latest Bears media release is watching Ben Johnson coach. I gotta say, I have no idea. I can't be Ben Johnson. He does not react to anything.
Well, did you see the one with the pen?
No.
Oh, it's great. I got to see if I can find that.
Shane,
is.
He gets an interception. He's just looking at it as they run. He doesn't even go, let's go. Any react, nothing.
Yeah. No, I hear you. Let me see if
I'm
I
like,
can.
What? They throw a touchdown. No reaction. Munnin guy.
Manun guy.
Manun guy. I got to get Manun guy scores a touchdown. Doesn't even react. It's like, what's going on, Ben?
That doesn't bother me. I mean,
He's a psychopath.
He is. I have zero problems with it.
I'm the opposite of that. In ways, we're the same. In that, I am totally reacting to every goddamn play made. He just was stoic watching it, like, holy fuck. I go, is this really timed up correctly together?
Oh, yeah. Here it is. Let
me have some emotion.
Let me
fist pump. He did pump his fist, Funkster said, in the field goal versus Washington.
Oh, but you see him in the locker room, and that's where it's more important. You know how he
Manun guy.
Manun guy. Yeah.
Yes. I say man. It's Manun guy.
So this is Ben Johnson.
Okay, here we go.
Mic'd up on the sideline, but what he does all game with his pen. This is great.
Oh, really?
Yes.
He's clicking the pen. Ben Johnson with his pen. Trying to talk over this so we don't get hit.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
He is. He's a psychomaniac.
Yeah. And did you see the Wiener Circle?
Gum. I have to have gum.
Wiener Circle with their new, you know, how the Caleb four touchdowns, free hot dogs.
What's the next thing?
If Ben Johnson takes off his shirt on the field or off the field. Yeah, Penn Johnson. Good one.
Love Sean Stewart.
I can actually let me bring up the actual tweet from.
He doesn't need a mustache.
No, fuck out of here.
Solo. We don't need a mustache.
You know what he got to do? He's got to change his dialect.
Got to talk like from Chicago.
So according to the Wiener Circle says if Ben Johnson takes his shirt off during or after any Chicago Bears victory this year, it's once again free hot dogs for the city.
Wait, what again? Say it. I wasn't paying attention. I was reading.
Ben Johnson takes his shirt off during or after any Chicago Bears victory this year, it's once again free hot dogs for the city. So if I'm Ben Johnson, if they go to Baltimore and they win during his speech in the locker room, you rip the fucking shirt off.
Holy shit.
The team would go ape shit. I think it's pretty funny.
Yeah, he's pretty in shape too. So
yeah,
he'd have a problem with that.
Yeah.
Fucking Andy Reid would do it, for God's sake.
He would. And he'd go down there for the free hot dog too.
And it's oh no, fellas. I put ketchup on my hot dogs. So, there you go.
All right, well, let's get into it. Let me bring out Mr. Vargas.
They call him Ivan Vargas. Vargas. They call him Ivan Vargas.
Gary.
Wait.
Moment of zen.
Is woman joining too? She's chapping up her lips.
Ooh, she's getting those lips ready.
Is Thomas
putting the lip balm on?
I didn't know.
Oh.
As long as Cherie's happy, I'm happy.
She must have put in a food order.
Yes. Some hot wings coming. Miss Deb.
Close to the location anymore.
Miss Deb.
So no food deliveries.
No Wingstop?
You can't get any food deliveries where you live?
No.
None? What'd you do? Move to the fucking country?
She's in the burbs, kid.
I'm like, I'm pretty sure somebody will deliver here, but no. I don't get the deliveries I used to get.
She had her favorites. She's kind of pissed about it. I see her energy. I don't get the deliveries I used to get.
Motherfuckers.
Fuck them deliveries.
She let Ivan and I have it because we were talking about
Uber
her wall
Eats.
again. She
Oh my God. It's
I wasn't trying to make fun. I was actually being sincere.
Ivan's like, look at my wall, Cherie.
Return to the side too, so we get your profile and your mugshot thing.
Where's Miss
Y'all
Deborah,
know what
Cherie?
fingers they are.
Wait, we got Ivan number 2. We can get both of them. Screenshot that.
Right.
Both of them giving the finger.
Cherie, there you go.
There you go.
Thank you, Ivan.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I called Angelo today. He didn't pick up nor answer the text.
Yeah.
Worried about this guy.
We'll see.
Hopefully.
We shall see. Bears, Ravens in Baltimore. Cherie.
In
what do
her
you have?
backyard. How far are you?
She's closer to the Commander. How far are
Baltimore
how
now
bad
is
is it?
probably like 2 hours away from me.
Oh, that's nothing.
That's too bad.
What was it before?
Too bad.
Like New York from
It
me.
was an hour.
Okay.
I moved an hour south of DC. So
Going to Baltimore, guys. Are you going?
I am. I
Look
almost
at her.
got
Oh,
off of it, but somebody ensured that I still go. But yes, my cousin.
Can anybody find me?
Is your cousin a female or a male?
It's a female.
Huh?
She's an Eagles fan.
Oh, fuck her.
Hey,
Fuck
hey,
her.
no. That's my she like my sister.
Kissing cousins over here, bro.
Eagles fan. The only
boyfriend
nice
is,
Eagles fan that I know is Christopher Harold.
Chris Harold.
It's the only good Eagles fan I know of.
Yep.
I'm
In our book.
I just shit all over my mother right there.
Wow.
Does she really root for the Eagles?
Yeah, she's a diehard Eagles fan. But her boyfriend's a Bears fan, so she's treating him to the game.
He was talking about my mom. No, not so much.
Have a
She
soft part in her
Yeah.
heart for her son.
She does, but listen, you gotta play it up a little bit. But yeah, I have a lot of Eagles fans in my family, and they are true to what they are
Aunt
portrayed.
Millie buy you a Bills gift for Christmas or something?
That was I don't want to call her this is a girl that I was dating at the time.
Oh, the girl that you were.
Her mother
dating.
bought me a comforter, and I opened it up, and I'm like, oh, what are you gonna do?
Did you
You're like,
play
oh,
it up?
thanks.
Like, oh, thanks. Did your face turn red?
Well, I looked, and the girl goes, he doesn't like the Bills.
Oh, she called it out.
Yeah.
Oh,
her mother.
I thought it was the Eagles.
mother-
I thought it was the Eagles blanket.
No,
No.
fuck. I would have said something then. And she goes, oh, I thought he was a Bills fan. She's like, no, he's a Bears fan. So
Oh, don't worry, I got the gift receipt.
Yeah.
Did she return it for a Bears?
I don't think I was with her long enough to.
Oh my God!
Get the
Relationship ended on New Year's.
Like, listen, bitch, if your mama's this dumb, fuck out of here.
Sorry.
So Cherie.
Pressure.
Y'all make me go
is-
first.
Oh yeah, you're going first. What do you love?
I love smoke weed every day. Claudio.
Cherie loves Sweden balls. Go ahead, Cherie, take it away.
So we are facing a Ravens team that is just coming off a bye. They are 1-5, and they are desperate for a win. We don't know if Lamar is playing. I don't know. Is Roquan playing?
They said he
He
practiced.
practiced today.
So
That's all we know.
he might have some little revenge in his heart. So my score prediction is 27-20. Bears gonna win. They're gonna cover the spread.
Fuck you, Bullets.
Lamar and Roquan is playing or not, we are going to win.
27-20. What is your bold prediction?
My bold prediction, and this is just based off of, Derrick Henry's tendencies lately. I think Tremaine Edmonds going to get a forced fumble.
There you go. We'll take it.
If I'm going to root for...
There you go.
There it is. There's the intro. Perfect. We got Cherie back on the winning side. She picked us to lose. What was it? You weren't here last week though, right?
No, I thought we were. I love all.
2 weeks ago, you picked us to lose. Yep.
Yeah.
It was against the Washington Commanders.
Yeah.
The loss.
If Phil tried throwing me under the bus, he's like, I was the only one that picked the Bears, and I'm like,
Shane picked him.
I was the only one
that went against him.
Yeah, it was me. That's fine.
Apologies, to
Ivan Vargas.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Bears victory.
I got it up.
23-20.
I'm not smart.
Greg is not smart at all.
23-20.
Bold prediction.
My bold prediction. I would say that Moningai and Swift get 100 yards.
Duval.
Moningai and Swift.
They weren't that far off this past week from having the.
What did Swift end with?
120
something? Or was it 117?
Yeah, I was right around. Somebody in the chat will probably have it before I get it, but
I got the box score.
And Moningai had 81.
Swift had 124 and Moningai had 81.
Yep.
Both had longs of over 20.
Nice.
Very nice.
So I'm next here in the bold and the beautiful.
Philippitoshin. Cherie, it rhymes with what? Lotion.
Lotion.
Take it away.
Shout out to Deb.
Yeah.
Cherie's mom. I love Cherie's mom.
Speaking of lotion, Cherie's mom, Deborah Franklin. Hello, girl.
I got it up.
Nothing wrong with a little lotion.
It's just so slick and skinny in a hole.
Yeah.
Slick
Yeah.
and skinny in a hole.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Just like Miss Deborah's friends. Take it away, Phil.
I have the Chicago Bears with the win as well. I have it 27-17, a 10-point win on the road. 27-17. And I have Colston Loveland scoring his first touchdown. Or did he already get one? I forgot.
He's on pace for like 250 receiving yards on the year.
Really?
Yeah.
He's about to score his first touchdown. How about this? Even bolder. It'll be a 29+ yard touchdown. Outside the red zone.
Love it. I love it.
Loveland's first touchdown. Put it in your DraftKings bet.
Very, very good. So, with that being said, I, as the smartest man,
no one cares.
Oh, my bad.
Nobody cares. Everybody's like, "Fuck, he's gonna end the
He's
show."
gonna end
I didn't even control that one. That wasn't me.
How will he end the show?
I am picking the Baltimore Ravens 27, the Chicago Bears 21.
Oh, he has us losing on the road.
The Bears lose in Baltimore. I am going back on my perch of prove it to me in a game. And that's, listen, I don't know who's playing. I guess under that context, who's Cooper Rush, I believe, is their backup quarterback. Yeah. But I always have those always give me pause too, because remember the Brock Osweiler games where there was 2 different games. He just came at the Bears could do nothing against him.
Joey Harrington with the fucking Dolphins.
That was the Bears were undefeated. That was the year they went to the Super Bowl. They started off 7-0, and they lost.
Joey Harrington
and Joey Harrington. Yeah,
I'm like, oh my god, Tyler Huntley.
Yeah. What did I say? 27-21.
Yes.
Yeah.
27-21, and I was
27-17 Bears.
Yep. And my bold prediction, I kind of let the cat out of the bag earlier in the game. I think you're gonna see this be the Colston Loveland coming out party, and I'm gonna one up Phil, and I'm going 2 touchdowns.
2
from the rookie tight end. Yes.
Holy
from
Nikes.
Caleb. Yep. So
Last time we played there, we won. Right?
Yeah.
Adrian Amos with a pick 6.
And do you remember the big
Deion Sims with a big
Deion Sims in the corner? Yeah, it was a big one. But listen,
Deion Sims, bro.
I hope. I am 100% wrong. I am, but I'm going back up on my prove it to me perch. And they did it in Washington. They can do it in Baltimore, but I'm just gonna pump the brakes a bit and say, come out and show me, guys. Kentucky Bears fan $4.99. People laugh at Woody Johnson for using Madden ratings, but they're more accurate than PFF grades. Well, in some instances.
Some instances.
And if you like Madden and you hate EA,
my God, I can't believe the NFL did that.
Yep.
What'd
They
they
just
do?
linked back. NFL linked back up with EA through 2031 to control.
They
Madden.
literally are cutting the game in half, the price in half, and selling it on the PlayStation, but shop.
Yeah.
It's not worth it.
But it's crazy. My son is in a league with a bunch of his friends where they do the dynasty, and he's the Bears, of course. And you go into, and you guys heard me talking about it, the awareness levels. There's the rankings. Caleb's awareness on the game is 67, and he's in with like Rourke, the Mr. Irrelevant rookie quarterback from the San Francisco 49ers, and the just a bunch of
How many
backup quarterbacks.
Players of the week did Rourke get?
I don't think he's taking a snap.
Oh, okay.
Don't think he's taking a snap. Hey, look who's in our chat.
Who is it?
Mr.
Look at this
Jonathan
guy.
Hood.
Under the hood
Where
with
is he?
Jonathan Hood. We love Hoodie. I have.
Why
I
don't have his
I
time?
have his hoodie.
You bought the Jonathan Hood hoodie?
Yeah, I've worn. Yeah, it's the under the
He's
hood.
worn it
hoodie.
on
It's-
here.
Yeah.
Why?
I've worn it on here.
No one pointed it out to me.
He actually sent it to me. He's like, just don't tell Phil, Shane. I like you better than Phil. And he wrote a nice little card that said "Roll Tide" on it. But he's like, don't tell anybody.
How about those
He's throwing stuff
Bulldogs,
at it. He's throwing stuff at his monitor right now for me saying that one.
Bama and
Thank
Georgia
you, Hoodie.
back.
Yeah,
When do you guys play?
they already played. Alabama beat them in Georgia.
I'm sorry, Hoodie.
Yep.
Yeah, a side bold prediction: 2 false starts by Cole Kmet if he plays.
Oh, 2 false starts.
There you go.
Now, Cole doesn't get enough heat. The fact that I think in 4 out of the 6 games, Cole Kmet has committed a false start.
I think this is his message.
This was the message?
Okay.
Break down the matchup of Caleb and the Bears offense against the Ravens defense. Can Caleb have a better game than the Saints game offensively?
Well, I said I believe Caleb is going to have a great game this week. And I believe that when he came to the podium and accountability, talking about how he should have run, he shouldn't have forced some of these things, and he's got to. That was really like the football confessional booth.
I think he left about 50 on the ground. 50 yards.
100%.
Yeah.
100. The one he forced to Adunze going left
Yep.
to the sideline, he should have. took off.
There was nobody there. Yeah.
There's one guy there that's covering a Dunze.
Yeah.
He's going out of bounds.
And that ball went backwards in the air.
Oh, it was
could've been
terrible.
picked. It did it, thank God. But if it's any closer, it might be picked.
Listen, I think Caleb.
Baltimore's really struggled too
They've
on defense.
struggled on defense. I believe you're going to see a different Caleb Williams than we saw last week. And I think Caleb has been growing each and every week. He just didn't have a great week. And I think the Bears' run game is going to be the impetus to the pass game. There's one thing, Hoodie, that I was pointing out with our patrons that needs to improve, and this is on the coach as much as the quarterback. The action fake, the ball handling isn't clean. So the back is far away from the action fake too often. So it's not really getting the job done like it should, especially as you're seeing this run game take off. Now it needs to be even more of a priority that those fakes are there. And I think that's going to, in a game of inches, it's going to create separation on that second level for not only the tight end.
Phil, we talked about that for years with Jay Cutler. Jay Cutler was always super lazy with that. Always.
Caleb was so good at this in college.
Early,
we made such a big deal about
But he had one last week that there was almost a full 3 yards between him and the running back, and it was completely dismissed.
Sometimes there's a hot read, and the running back's got to go, and it's still action.
But there's been times where it's all about the ball carriage and where you're handling the ball, and it's a game of deception at that point.
100%.
Yeah,
and coach it up.
They got to be better with that.
The kids, I'm like, you gotta fake like you got it, and continue the fake.
When they're talking about, and this is pretty basic, but when they're saying the little things, that's exactly what we're talking about. Fans get excited to watch games, and they may look at that and just say, all right, there's an action fake, that's fine. But it's way more detailed than that. And that, like you said, it's on Ben to drive this home in the classroom 100%. To Caleb. But then more so, Caleb knows better. He's played enough football to know
those backs too.
100%.
They have to come to him. If his drop is straight back from center, Shane, on action. If it's 45 off action, like a heavy fake, there has to be some continuation, and it hasn't happened with any of the backs.
Phil, do you remember back in the day when Lovey was here and they would show the camera angle from behind the defense, and in the cover 2 defense, they'd show Briggs and Urlacher, how they were all moving in concert. Almost, I mean, you could put music to it. It's the same. Everything like that is in concert. It has to be.
Not there yet, and that's where I hope
that's going to come. Yeah, with more time. But there's little details. But that there has been some this year, especially Phil with Caleb, where the running back's been in the proper position. Caleb has been lazy with it. No way around it.
100%. But it does. I want to be factual. It starts with Ben demanding it. You got to see that. I see it. It's not good enough. It's got to be better. But just to finish this off for Hoodie and Hood, we love you, buddy, and got to get you back on here. Shane could wear your hoodie.
I will. It's a dope hoodie. Yeah.
And I just think that you're going to see a lot more boot to run. I thought Ben also, some of these third down situational calls and gun when you're running as well as you have been under center is just taking you away from your identity that you're building. So I just think he's going to get that this week and kind of kicked himself for it. And then you got to concern yourself. I think Dahlman's going to play a better game than he played. I mean, that was an embarrassment.
Got to. Yeah.
Really has to. So I think you're going to see the Bears come out. And I think Luther Burden is going to be a big factor in this game too.
He's a wide receiver that, Phil, he's just different than everyone. I mean, Rome included.
And again, I
got a burst, second gear burst.
I come across like I'm anti-Rome. I think Luther Burden has more upside than Rome Odunze overall.
I mean, it's a good problem to have because Rome has a lot of talent. I mean,
he does a ton, but like I said, Phil,
he's got to make these
78th in contested catch rate this year.
You're here for the
unacceptable
rate. Yes,
he was third as a rookie in the league. Right now, he's 78.
He's dropped.
Can't happen.
Drops in crucial.
I don't know what PFF is fucking talking about.
One drop. They're
one drop. Are you fucking? You dropped 3 against the Lions.
Phil, they probably didn't call. They probably didn't call Oz's drop. They probably didn't call that a drop because remember Troy was saying, "Well, Caleb didn't really put it on him great." I'm like, what are you talking about?
That's the
it's
problem.
The NFL, bro.
PFF. Fuck out of here with your fucking rate. We could go through the tape. It's fucking drop. He dropped 3 balls this past weekend, but I'll give you 2. I'll give 1 away. It was a tough play, but definitely 2 drops that would have changed a dynamic. He's got to be better, Rome. Got to be. All right. What about DJ Moore? Do you think his impact on this team is ever underrated? I'll say he has been better than I anticipated he'd be. I thought he'd be a sourpuss. He's actually shown me more aggressiveness at the stem of the route, the things that I wanted to see from him. And he's been a very physical run after the catch football player. I hate Ben using him at running back. It's just not the way. You don't put a $27 million guy that's your second best receiver on the team, in my opinion.
Right. Yeah. Release Duvernay. I would give
rid of Duvernay. Oh my God.
Give that role to Burden. I mean, if
give
you
it
want
to Burden,
add more there. Right. Exactly.
Get Walker up. Let Jedi Walker be the other. They like 2 kick returners there because of this new kick thing. And you see, hey, Ryan Poles, guess who they're kicking to every time? They're keeping away from 10, kicking to 12 because he's fat, out of shape, slow, and done.
I do think, Sean, I think there is some truth to this because Ben is maniacal enough to do this, to put this out there more than a few times to plant seeds for later on in the season. But
can't wait to find out what it is because I don't get it.
Yeah. But I think Stewart is right.
DJ Moore pass. I don't know. I did like the flare route use of DJ Moore from the backfield. Now you got him isolated on a backer.
Phil, that might have been one of Caleb's best throws of the fucking game.
Oh man,
that little because DJ wasn't even looking, and it was
right on him.
He just put his hands out, and the ball was there. It was
like
beautiful.
A fucking 30-yard handoff.
Yeah, yep, it really was
like right on him.
Gary Kadishon, 9059, $10. Phil and Shane, can you speak on Drew Brees' comments about a quarterback needing around 50 high-level NFL starts before you really know what you have in them? Also, where is Cars? Love the TTNL fam. Cars has been away for a couple of weeks on his business for his everyday job. We will be live tomorrow night at 9 p.m. East.
Back from his sabbatical.
He is. He is.
Caicos, going over statistics.
50 starts. I'm not. I don't know on that. That seems a lot to me.
I think that's too many as well.
Yeah.
17 divided by 50, Ivan.
Don't fucking ask me.
But yeah, 5 years.
What was Bill Parcells? Bill Parcells like 20
going
said
into your 5th year. That would be what he's talking about.
Well, that would be right on. Yeah, that's way too long.
Justin Fields is still hope. Keep Justin. I'm telling you. I can't do the good impression of the Chicago accent.
It's a little difficult. Just elongate the A's.
Hoodie, speaking of, he could do it.
Hoodie could do fucking anything. He's got some
Yeah.
great impressions.
Yeah, he does the Francesa. I love that because I grew up listening to Francesa. How are you? Have you ever noticed Hoodie does it to every guest?
Well, it always makes me laugh when they don't.
Francesa that he's imitating. It's so like Courtney comes on.
Yeah.
Get your beat or whatever the fuck the drop is, and then how you doing, Courtney?
Good morning, Courtney. How are you?
Good morning, Courtney. How are you?
I love it when they
guys,
don't. I love it with the people that don't pick up on it, and then like the everyday listeners, know what he's doing. That's the best part. Yes, Yasir Ahmed, $4.99. I thought the out to Rome was great. Anticipation on that was crazy. Ball just has to be more towards the sideline, unless Tim was talking about the interception.
No, he was talking about the interception.
I mean,
that one was late.
Late, and Caleb came out the gate looking at nowhere
Right at him.
else.
Yeah. Right at him.
I mean, he was locked
That
on
was
him.
his worst throw of the year.
Yeah, and I thought everybody knew, and they know he loves to go to Rome. Like it's his security blanket right now. So like that's got to be talked to him too and adjusted. It's like you're gonna have to take your eyes off, even if you bait him with Rome. Start looking elsewhere because they're gonna start keying in on that.
I agree. I mean, for the most part, he goes through his progressions, but he's got to be better at not.
That was the one, Shane.
I've been disappointed the last couple weeks with Oz, who I've been so high on.
Well, listen, I had been talking about, throwing him at one point, because Phil, you and I were both excited about when they signed him.
Yes.
And he's kind of regressed to Oz, the journeyman.
Right.
And he needs to, he really needs to step up, or like I said, you're crazy if Luther's not getting those reps, because
gotta get the
explosive. Caleb throws that ball to Luther that Oz dropped in Washington.
They're still running.
Shallow cross.
And
he's gone.
Yeah, gone.
It's 100%. A house call.
Yep.
100%. When's the last house call we had on a shallow cross? Seriously.
Yeah, I mean, it's been.
I'm telling you, I can't meet. Did Eddie Royal take a fucking shallow cross?
I think so. Or maybe it was Taylor Gabriel had one.
Oh my God, we have not seen that kind of shit.
Did Allen Robinson?
No.
No.
Shallow. Yeah, he didn't have the elite speed.
Allen
so
did
much.
have. Robinson did have one against Detroit where it wasn't a shallow cross, but he ran it for like 45 yards.
Yeah.
It was some Mooney,
Maybe Mooney. I loved Mooney.
Clintonio, $1.99. Bold predictions. Number 4 gets 2 touchdowns. Bears 30+ points. Yeah, and hey, props to DeAndre Swift. Like I said,
dude. Who would have thought? I didn't predict this.
And I believe
he's the surprise of the year.
Hoodie actually may have said this on air. You've seen Georgia Swift,
right?
This year.
Yes, I pointed that out last week. Hoodie said that.
I think that they told him they were telling him, or they had to have tell him, hey man, it's a one cut up the field type of approach right here, right now, because you could see it. He's not dancing around the hole anymore like he did the first 2 games. It's 1 foot in the ground, hit the hole and get upfield. I think that was talked to him, told to him in the bye week, but it's been great ever since.
Oh my God, he's running pads down, and that's the Swift you want to see, as well as the explosiveness,
right? And so this wasn't
even though Troy Aikman called it lucky. Even that throw was a dime, and his ability to juke the guy as well as maintain that speed.
Yeah,
you threat.
So this actually brings up a good point. Who, in your opinion, does Caleb go to? And I gotta have it third. And I think in Caleb's mind, it's Rome. I mean, you want him to go to the open guy, but this is the thing where you need to see the growth. And this is why you draft a tight end number 10. The tight end can be the guy's best tight end, but don't forget, and this is key here. To my point is when the Bears went for it on 4th down to ice the game, who did they go to?
Twice in back-to-back weeks.
Yes, they went to Loveland.
Loveland, everyone forgets as they bury Caleb in the Washington game before they ran the ball like a good coach should. Like, oh no, let's prove haters wrong and throw. No, run the ball. We're having elite success against Washington. There's a 3rd and 6. Caleb drops back, goes through his reads, goes to his second read and hits fucking Loveland for a 1st down to continue the field goal drive. The next 2 plays you run, now you kick it. Everyone forgets that throw. That was a critical play. Your quarterback's growing. So is Loveland. Then the next week, I agreed with this call to don't kick the field goal here. You don't want one blocked, and now they're kicking the onside to get it. Just if they have shitty field position, go for it. If you don't get it, now you got to play D. And they got it. And he went to Loveland, and they moved the chains again. So, Loveland these last couple weeks has been very impressive. I like the double toe tap catch.
More aggressive.
But boy, the Colts fans, they are out because of the usage with Tyler Warren. And I'm gonna just revert back to what we did last year when it came to Jaden Daniels. First year doesn't make a career. We'll see how it all ends up.
You're in the beginning.
When they're
of
a
the
couple of
season.
years in. But yeah,
I'm looking forward. Loveland this last couple of weeks has been impressing me, not only with his route running and hands, but his blocking as well.
Oh, Phil, you could make
no Cole Kmet when it comes to blocking.
Yes.
All effort.
There you go. So we do have some breaking news here. The Bulls have moved to 1-0 on the season, Ivan. 115, 111 winners.
Yeah, they tried to give it away.
They tried to give it away in typical Chicago Bulls fashion.
They were up 20. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So tonight's opening night?
Yeah. Well, last night technically was, but opening night for the Bulls. But there is other breaking news beyond that.
Breaking news. The Tape Never Lies Network. Breaking news.
I want to say something before we get underway about The Tape Never Lies. Okay, so I know that there's a billion podcasts and a lot of people talking about NFL and talking about the Bears. But let me just say that you really, if you are a viewer of Tape Never Lies, don't go anywhere else. Come right here. And the reason why is because Dr. Phil and the smartest man to ever live is going to tell you like it is. And so sometimes you'll go over here and I'll go over here and you'll hear this rhetoric over here, over there. Whittle it down. What I would say is ESPN Chicago, because I'll put myself over and I'll put ESPN 1000 over. But I think that we have to start whittling it down, man, because when you get these 10 or 15 sources, it muddles your mind on exactly what's truth and what's not. Yeah. The Tape Never Lies Network is about the truth.